visit somebody right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, hopefully you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. However, it seems like SZA, Justin Bieber, and Haley Bieber enjoyed their Memorial Day weekend, with Justin Bieber being a surprise guest on SZA and Kendrick Lamar's Grand World Tour that they are currently on. It was the LA stop where Justin Bieber was a surprise guest, apparently, and fans, surprisingly, usually it's two categories, but today we have three categories where fans are falling into. Either you think that this was, the same old Justin Bieber being on, listen, I don't want to say it, but fans think he's like on fentanyl. Because he had the Fenty lean as he was singing, and they were just like, oh my god, listen. That's what the fans are saying. Maybe you guys saw it. Other fans went to the defense and saying if he did really have the lean, he wouldn't be singing, but he was clearly singing through his lyrics. So there seems to be a discrepancy about that. But we that kind of ties in hand with the second group, who feels like this was just a very emotional time for Justin Bieber, and this was clearly him giving a SOS. He needs some mental help, needs like a 5150, apparently something along those lines. They just feel as though Justin Bieber seriously needs to get some help, and if that was truly the case, maybe he could have used a coping mechanism of by abusing drugs. However, that one's those seems to be the two allegations that people are always going to put on Justin Bieber, at least at this very current moment. And then there was actually, you know what, I lied. There's a fourth category. The third category, before I get to that fourth category, the third category could be fans that truly just saw it for what it was, which was Justin Bieber getting emotional on stage. When was the last time he was on stage? When was the last time Justin Bieber actually performed on stage? So it could have been quite a while, like maybe a few months or so, and to be in front of the crowd and to hear the crowd screaming and shouting, and loving his energy. Yes. And this is exactly what his wife Haley Bieber wants for him. Just get back out stage, or just get back on stage, Justin. Forget about all the negativity and the hate and what people are saying. And the paparazzi want money, money, money. Just forget all about that and go and do your craft. What makes you the most happiest? What gives you a spiritual and creative and emotional outlet, which is music. And that's exactly what he did. He was emotional on stage. I'm not sure exactly what the lyrics of Snooze is, but whatever it was, SZA was SZAing, and she basically grounded him, brought him back to reality, made him feel safe and comfortable, which then fans tried to say, oh, that's something he's not getting from Haley Bieber. I mean, come on now. But that's where the fourth category comes in. Don't worry. That apparently the fans are split into four groups. If there's a fifth and sixth group out there, please let me know down below in the comments what you guys saw and what you interpreted. However, this it seems like the general consensus is, outside of everybody, that this was just a beautiful moment for Justin Bieber and fans. I even checked on his social media post, and 2-3 days ago he made a post of a bunch of owls, and not captioned it, but had the song playing in the background of SZA, and people just like, oh my god, little did we know that this was supposed to be a teaser for him and SZA being on stage together. So like, the fans in his comments are generally supportive. There is some hate comments there, yes. But generally, fans are like, "I'm so glad you got on stage. Ignore the haters, Justin." Now fans are trying to support Justin Bieber during this time because they finally see how emotionally he is torn or how emotionally he is struggling. And if a social media post didn't tell you, seeing him on stage, up close and personal, or really feeling the emotion and the chemistry between him and SZA, that they just performed so well on stage that they seem like they could truly, really good be good friends. That's as purely as innocent as the moment was truly. But then the fourth category of fans, which I completely forgot, are the ones that think that this is a clear sign that Justin Bieber is saying he's done with Hailey Bieber. They're just like, man, if that was my husband up there kissing SZA's hands, we would be over. So, fans also feel as though Justin Bieber has taken a hard stance. They're just like, oh my God, how could Justin Bieber speak any more louder that he doesn't want Hailey Bieber? Yeah. Other fans are just like, wow, if I would be jealous if he was up there kissing SZA's hand and I was his wife and all I was doing was being supportive of him. So, these are how the fans are feeling that Justin Bieber has taken us. Some even feel like that he's like mesmerized by SZA, her energy, her body, just who she is. They feel like he's enamored by her and he just like couldn't functionally or even think on stage. He just was like head over heels for SZA, and it was so obvious to some people. So because of that, all we can say is one thing's for certain is that Justin Bieber and SZA's energy, their chemistry, the way they vibed with each other on stage was felt through everybody. Everybody viewed it a different way, but nobody can deny the fact that there was something between Justin Bieber and SZA. Now, whether it was friendly, whether it was romantic, whether it was her trying to be professional and make sure he doesn't literally pass out on stage because he is ODing, I don't know. But people viewed it the way they wanted to view this situation, and that purely comes down to the fact of how people see Justin Bieber. Now, this could just be due to the fact that recently TMZ has made a whole documentary about how Justin Bieber is pretty much broke and Hailey Bieber is making him broker. And then people feel as though Hailey Bieber is so busy and trying to take some digs at Selena Gomez that she doesn't care about that her husband is having a whole mental breakdown. All she cares about is road and getting even with Selena. So it's a whole mixed mash mosh of things about what's going on with Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber. If you haven't checked it out, I recently did a reading on how Hailey Bieber feels about their relationship. Little did I even know that this was getting ready to happen. And like I said, I just since that video, I follow Hailey Bieber, and it was even nice to see that she was posting pictures of Justin Bieber and her support. And I could have sworn she was wearing his Justin Bieber's Skylar line, which, come on, JB, drop that. I followed the Thai version because that's the only place where I'm getting pure content. I want those slippers. I want those shoes. It's like Yeezy all over again. I want to Yeezys. I want a pair of Skylar. Like, these shoes look so comfortable, so soft, so plush. I want a pair. Please sell them here in the US, Justin. Please, I'm begging you. I've tried looking it up on Google. I can't even find a website for this. Yet you have all these different accounts based in every other country. So why does every other country get access to your shoes, but us here in Americans, we can't even get touch on it? So that was my little pet peeve about Justin Bieber's line that I desperately would like to have a pair of shoes from. But all that to be said, Justin Bieber is out here making money. He's out here maybe even fighting his fears of getting back on stage, because that could have been a very emotional time for him to be on stage. He could have brought back some like PTSD, some like memories, and all that. I mean, well, like for real, let's be honest. Was the last time Justin Bieber performed was when he came down with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, and that was during like his tour, right? So Like, come on, we got to look at history with Justin Bieber and how he feels about performing, how he feels about going on tour. So this was just like the getting the putting the foot in the water, just tapping your toes in there, you know, get instead of jumping all the way in, just getting some exposure therapy. That's the best way to put it. Putting yourself back in those places that cost you mental and emotional stress, and able to approach it and rewrite history within your own self, so that way you can do things normally again and be back to yourself and not have to worry about if you're going to be having if you're going to be worried about having like a panic attack, or if you're going to be worried about being anxious, if you're going to be worried that you are going to fall into the same old patterns. So because of that, it was a healing moment for Justin Bieber up on that stage. That's at least how I viewed it. And it was just a great performance. It was amazing. I love to see SZA and Justin Bieber together. They had a pretty good chemistry. The stage performance, the professionalism, you could really feel both of them just vibing and in the moment and being present in this current situation. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed my little take, but how the internet is divided four ways on the situation. Like we always say, it's how you view it and how you perceive the situation. How do you view the whole SZA and hey, how do you guys feel? Because Hailey Bieber was there supporting her man while he was up on stage. So how do you feel about Hailey Bieber? Do you feel like she felt like some fans even took some videos of Hailey saying like, "Oh my gosh, she looks so uncomfortable." So like fans are just going to see it how they want to see it, but how do you guys see it? I told you how I saw it, and I told you how everybody else sees it, but you have your own voice. How do you see the situation with Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber? Do you think he needs therapy? Do you think that he needs to get like an intervention called on him? Like, how do you feel about him? Please leave your comments down below, but more importantly, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It would really mean a lot to the channel. Mama Crone and I would really appreciate it. And please give this video a thumbs up. But also share this video that loves Justin Bieber, SZA, Hailey Bieber, Selena Gomez. Because, you know, y'all want to put her in the chat. Like I said, that's why she entered herself in the chat. Because y'all won't leave Selena Gomez out of it. But anyway, fine. Want to check that out? Go check out my reading on Hailey Bieber. See how maybe you guys... And like, once you see that reading, tell me, did you feel like Hailey Bieber lived up to my reading and how she handled this entire moment, especially the way I presented it? So with that being said, now I will see you sunflowers in the next one. You know what I say with that? Sunflowers!